Hi everyone, Kat here. It's been a big 24 hours. I can definitely say that I'm getting my ass kicked by this solar eclipse that's going to be happening on this weekend. Yeah, it's been massive. Yesterday was a tough day of just trusting. And I was definitely resorting to my vices a lot. I just have to keep reminding myself, be patient, trust. But yeah, I definitely wanted answers. I felt so uncomfortable yesterday. But anyway, today, brand new day. I woke up feeling much more energized, rosy, ready to tackle today with new vigor and energy. I guess I wanted to give an update on my spiritual experiment that I've embarked on. The one that kind of gets me out of my own way, following my heart over my head. I've over the past few weeks I've been dismantling my business further, so all the remnants of the business side of things, the shutting down of websites and email addresses and legal things and selling odd pieces of equipment and stuff like that. And each time I accomplish a task, or someone comes to purchase something, there's just this weight that's been lifted off me. It's just like, yeah, it's time to shed this old energy. It no longer serves me. And I seem to be selling all my equipment to the right people as well, like people who really need it or really passionate about something. So it seems to be quite positive, everything that I'm doing. And with that as well, I've been actively consolidating my bank accounts and my money, and I have a big chunk of change that I'll be living off for the next however months this goes for. And I've been consolidating all my accounts and all my fixed bills, like your rent and phone, gas, electricity, so everything is direct debited from my account, so I don't really have to think about it too much. Small things like that which will keep me out of thinking about money, worrying about bank balances and stuff like that. And and then timing as well, like is rent due and stuff like that, allow time to just naturally flow rather than keeping in a state of structure. I'm also buying food as I need it, which is a huge thing for me. I was brought up in a family where we did one big major shop once a week, and we stocked up on things. We stocked up well, and I have this weird relationship with food and running out of food. But then if my fridge is too stocked up, I kind of freak out, like, how am I going to eat all this food in time? And then I just start cooking food unnecessarily. So a big part of this experiment is that I will be shopping as I need things. So allowing things to run out and buying the fresh vegetables and fruits that I need for the day on that day, or a couple of days worth. Just keep things chilled and just allow my body to speak to me what kind of foods it wants to eat on a daily basis, because some days you want heating foods that make you feel warm and comfortable, and then some days you want lighter, brighter, cooling foods, to cool the body down. And as my body is recalibrating back to life, it's super important that I just follow how it's flowing and what it's feeling. I have this cute little video that I made back in March that I'll I'll be editing into this video. Yeah, I totally forgot about it, and then I reminded myself that I had recorded this video back in March where I was still attached to the business, but I came up with the epiphany that I was going to break out of the matrix. And the excitement is just amazing. Anyway, let's play it now, and we'll play it and you can witness it, and then let's talk about the matrix, I guess. Greetings from the past. I have come here to videotape this for future use. Today is the 17th of March 2023, and today is the day that I've decided to vlog me breaking out of the matrix. Obviously, nothing about this is has been decided overnight. I feel like the past X amount of years has been leading to this point. I can feel the universe withdrawing me from society, from limitations. At the moment, I'm in the process of dismantling and winding down my business that will give me freedom from two major anchors in my life, which is money and time. So all my life I've been ruled by money and time, meeting deadlines and relying on one person's payment to pay another person's payment, kind of thing. And I am on the cusp of a life-changing moment where I am going to relinquish my business, which has sufficed me for the past 7 years. And I am going to go on a spiritual pilgrimage back to my motherland, which is Cyprus. And when I come back, I feel like it'll be a good blank slate where I can start this crazy journey of breaking out of the matrix. I mean, it's not going to be easy. It's going to be hard and annoying, and there's going to be some days where I'm going to want to scream, but if it is true, if all this is a stimulation, then let's find out together. Probably the first episode of my vlog, I probably would have described my situation, who I am and what I'm about, and a bit about my journey to get you going. But I thought, in this moment of time of excitement where I've just decided I'm going to vlog, I've never vlogged before, but I'm going to vlog my experience and broadcast it. I just wanted to kind of capture this excitement, this raw intensity, I'll let future Catherine explain more. And thank you for joining me on this trip. It's exciting, it's nerve-wracking, but I can't freaking wait. Bless, thank you. So as you saw in that video, I was really gung-ho about calling this experiment the Matrix, and I was going to break out of it. And it's interesting because I've had to do a bit of a dive into what actually what does the Matrix mean? Like, what is the true meaning of the Matrix? Because because I'm still plugged in, I'm making YouTube videos. and I'm still paying rent, so I'm not living off grid or anything like that. So in some essence, I'm still plugged into the matrix. So I thought I made some notes. I did some research and I made some notes about what the matrix actually means. And the standard definition of the matrix is sorry, I'm reading off notes, by the way. The cultural, social, and political environment in which something develops. I first read that and I felt very unsatisfied. I'm like, well, that's not what, that's very, very broad and very brief, and it's not really what I know the matrix to be. So then a little bit more of a deep dive in. The matrix in life. Now, that definition was the systems and structures in society that keeps us bound to the traditional ways of living and working. These systems can include societal norms, cultural expectations, educational institutes, and corporate structures that often prioritize profit over people. And that's, I think, the definition that most people can resonate with, and which causes us angst, that whole kind of, stuck on the hamster wheel of earning money to pay bills. And in my in the video, I say, I've been stuck, robbing Peter to pay for Paul kind of thing. So I really have been feeling that strong tie of being tied down to expectations and the structures that society has kind of got us all caught up in, of paying rent and paying taxes, etc. So anyway, I'm really into finding the original meaning of words, because words are powerful and words have been adapted over a period of time, and sometimes they're not. The words that we use no longer serve what the true meaning and the true origins of the meaning of the words. So I actually looked up the original meaning of the word matrix. It's actually a French word, and it is referred to as like the womb, or a cavity or mold which anything is formed or given birth from. And when I heard it being reduced down to the womb, it was a huge epiphany moment for me. Because in the past few years, I've been through my spiritual journey. I've had to really do a lot of womb work and find a better relationship with my womb and learn to love my womb, because I spent a lot of time repressing my womanhood and repressing, well, I don't want to say repressing, but no one in my adolescence told me, or in my 20s or my 30s, told me the power of the womb and how it's our creative source, and the power. It's so much more than just making babies. Making babies is pretty cool, but it's so much more than that. And I've been denying myself of my creativity, which was totally evident in my life. And part of the healing I did with the womb is realizing that it's not just special because it makes babies, but it's actually a portal to heaven, to HQ, to wherever we come from, wherever souls come from. We think about, we create the mechanics of the baby with the egg and the sperm, but the soul comes down from, I refer to it as HQ, so I'm just going to keep referring it to HQ, headquarters, soul-making headquarters, God's energy, God's source energy, the sun, wherever your belief system is. that, you know, that energy of the soul comes down and enters through the womb into that baby that you were incubating. So I thought, wow, like, yeah, the matrix is the womb. How encapsulating. So it means like everything when the soul decides to come down and to enter the womb, it's deciding to enter the matrix, full stop. So in this world that we've created, you know, it doesn't matter if I choose to live off grid. You know, you've got some people who choose to live off grid in the middle of nowhere, no contact. They live in the middle of a forest or snow blizzard Alaska, or, you know, you got monks who go and live in monasteries and live in silence for X amount of years. Or you've got the people who live in the rat race, the very three-dimensional power struggles and, you know, wealth building mentality. But it's still the matrix, because we're a soul that has come through this womb. We've birthed into this birth creation that is life. So it doesn't matter which avenue you choose to play in. I guess if living out in the middle of the forest or in a monastery or in a penthouse apartment on the most valuable strip in your city is where you choose to live out your matrix, well then so be it. So looking back at the video, I don't think I could say that I'm breaking out of the matrix, but I am creating my own life within the matrix. I'm actively choosing to create a different narrative, a different storyline for myself. You know, let's see if law of attraction and manifestation is all that it cracks out to be. Let's see what I can produce when I choose to create my life, move in the flow of what I choose is important, rather than what I've been told is important. So yeah. Yeah, so it's gonna be a fascinating journey for myself. And to add to that, to add an extra layer on top of what I'm already currently doing in my day-to-day life, come November, I'm going to be house sitting and dog sitting for somebody for the whole month of November. And it's interesting because as I am moving along with this experiment in my day-to-day life, I'm still surrounded by my vices and all my distractions. You know, like if I get annoyed in being my own energy, you know, I just end up binge watching something or binge eating something. You know, my vices are definitely like sugar and it's being stimulated by media. So this gift I've been given in November is going to be very testing, very life-changing, I think, as well. So the house is very comfortable, but it doesn't have a lot of things in it. So, you know, I'm limited, and I won't have all my possessions in it. So I'll be limited with what I can do. And so I'll be very disciplined, more in my meditation and my mindful activities. Plus also has this added bonus of this little cute dog called Jimmy that I'll be consumed with. And it's interesting because I've been spending the past year opening my heart space more. But I currently live alone, and for the past few years I've lived alone and worked alone. So I've led quite an isolated life, and my heart, even though I'm ready to open it, it's been quite guarded. And they say dogs are the epitome of unconditional love. So to spend a month with this dog, he's just 1 year old, and he's got all the energy and all the excitement and all the playfulness that you can imagine. It's going to be quite life-changing, actually. So I am going to be isolated in the house without my vices, but then also being thrown into the deep end of non-stop 24/7 play, joy, and unconditional love. So yeah, it'll be interesting to follow my journey during the month of November. And November is the 11th month of the year, and it's also Scorpio season, which is all about death and transformation, death and rebirth, transformation. So I just think it's just so synchronicity, and just a beautiful opportunity for me to kind of recognize and just go for it. It would be good to see the shifts. It's going to be hella uncomfortable. I know that, but then I reckon it's just going to be damn beautiful by the end of it as well. So there's the update on my status with this spiritual experiment, and I'll give more updates as the weeks go on, and when I move into the new space for the month of November, and you'll get to see this little pooch that I get to play with. I'm excited. What a great opportunity the universe has gifted me, because I was willing to take this first initiative step for myself. So anyway, that's my update. Thanks for sticking around and listening. Much appreciation. And ciao for now.